Hello there everyone, welcome back to episode 14 of the Bournemouth Career Mode on Football Manager 2017. Today we're playing against Arsenal and Newcastle, but the other way around. In the Premier League, God knows why I said Arsenal first, must just be because of the better club. I don't know why I'm making a dig about Newcastle, I got nothing against Newcastle, but anyway, I'm just yabbering on now. Right, I did say I was going to play Chelsea Newcastle this episode, but admittedly, I did go back after the Chelsea game, look at the video previous, to see what games I thought I would do. And we said Chelsea and Newcastle. I've already played the Chelsea game now. Whoops. So, last time you were with me, we played West Ham and Chelsea. I suppose we've already played Chelsea, it doesn't really matter. Then we drew against West Brom, beat Brighton, lost narrowly to Fulham, and then got fairly whooped by Chelsea. Big thing here, though. Do you notice that red by Asmir Begovic? Well, that's an injury. He's out for 7 weeks. Which means that Brad Jones is going to be called upon for 2 months, a solid 2 months, the 35-year-old backup goalkeeper, to fill his spot. Now, in the Premier League, if you look, we're in 16th place, Newcastle in 18th, so it's quite a 6-pointer really. We're 5 points away from the relegation zone, and as I've said before, it's really close in the league this season. So, as long as we get 40 points, I just cannot believe that. Look, 36 points City in 6th, and we're only 11 points back. Absolutely unbelievable. So, playing against Newcastle first. And this is the team we're going to go for. Firstly, I want to talk about a few transfers we made. And just one thing, why Janssen's in the team. He's moaned why he wants to, get rid of blah, 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 go out and can't speak. He doesn't want to be here on loan anymore, but I think he's a really good player, so why not? So, a few transfers we've made. On the out, we have got Adam Armstrong's gone out on loan, as well as Brinksky to Peterborough, because he wasn't really getting played. Mark Wilson didn't want to be at the club anymore, just felt that he wasn't getting enough game time, and he wasn't that indispensable, so £900,000 he went for. And then let's face it, Aaron Lennon's been a bit of a flop ever since he's come to Bournemouth, and 5 million was way too much for him, so he's gone to Sazulu, is it, for £1 million? Right, and then on the ins, we've brought in Fabian Dell from Man City, solid player, 5.75 million, valued at 9 million, can just tell we've had a steal there. He's already scored 2 goals for the club, or is it 3 actually? Let me just have a look on the schedule. 2, no, just the 2. He scored his first 2 goals against Chelsea. Beautiful goals there were. Bakary Sakho's coming as a backup drop option on the wing, as kind of like a replacement for Lennon. And then we brought in this lad from Hibernian, which the youth development chap wants to bring in, and I thought, meh, whatever. So anyway, let's get straight into the game against Newcastle side. That's the lineup. We've got Brad Jones in goal. It's going to be quite weak at the back, and as a result, we're going to have to get these two to defend quite a bit. Then we've got James and Delph in the middle, Aflai and Ibe there, and then Gray and Janssen get the pick up front because Afobe's not really at the best match fitness-wise today. So, we're playing against Newcastle, and I reckon we can get a win today. It would be nice. I think a point at least, but considering Newcastle are in 18th, I think a win would be good. So, we're getting to the end of this series now, and depending on when the beta comes out, of course, we need to sort out some daily episodes. This should be coming out on Sunday, and then the next episode on Monday, and then the last episode on Tuesday. Theoretically thinking that the date's going to come out on Wednesday, middle of the week. Miles Jacobson tweeted yesterday, the Sports Interactive fellow, saying that it will be Friday, it'll be Friday or before. It won't be any later than Friday. So I'm kind of hoping earlier the better. It doesn't really matter to me. If it does come out on Monday, say, then I will just have to play all the games tonight, which I probably will do anyway. Actually, I won't, because the Grand Prix on. Vroom, vroom. But, yeah, I'll probably have to play all the games tonight or whenever. And then for the last episode, just do like a 4-game episode, or just do the 2 games in the episode, depending on how we're getting on. And that's not a very good start, is it? Christian Atsu makes it a goal. And it's a very good point, actually. We are using the 4-2-2-2. Which probably wasn't the best thing to do. So we're going to go to a 4-2-3-1 already. Put Aflai there and sort all this out. Yep, complete forward. And then Aflai, yeah. I'm happy with that. Probably not on their best sides, but who cares? That's just the way it goes. Matty Jones going to have to play as a central midfielder and defend. And then these two got to defend as well. Of course, bear in mind we're going to be leaking a few more goals than normal, which is already a big amount. Because, of course... what's happening here? The game just stopped. Magnificent. But we're going to be leaking a few more goals than usual, obviously, because we've got... I don't know what's going on here. There we go, that's the highlight. Obviously, Brad Jones in goal. He's a good goalkeeper, but he's not at the level of Begovic, and Begovic isn't too good either. And probably a few of you... I've spoke to a few of you outside of watching the videos, whether that... But, you know who you are. And you've said, well, why don't you spend some more money? You know, you've got 30 million in the kitty. Why don't you just spend it? Go mad. I don't see the point of spending money that there's no point of spending. We've already got a solid squad. Well, oh, that's close from Maguire. And I'll tell you something before I go on to that. I'm going to drift away from the point I was making. I cannot believe in the last few games that we've had that many shots, just can't score. It is quite unbelievable. But going back to what I was saying, I just don't see the point of spending money where there isn't money to be spent. I've looked at players all around the leagues, and there's nobody really out there, apart from Delph, which I felt was a real steal, that would be good for us, and he's on transfer list, and he's kind of realistic for the club at this level. So 2 minutes left of this half. Newcastle are ahead at the moment. Pretty disappointed with that. But maybe we can get it back before full time. It's not been a great season this year. It's been worse than last year, definitely. But we're out of both of the cups, of course, now. We're not going to win any silverware in these 2 years. Hopefully win a bit more on FM18, or else it'll be a bit embarrassing. But it's not been a great season, but it's just the way it goes, I guess, with the Premier League. I mean, as you can see at the moment, we could finish 6th, or we could finish in the relegation zone. That's how close it is. But anyway, we've got to highlight Fabian Delph. Oh no, Shelby's got it. Oh god, this isn't going to be 2-0 Newcastle, is it? Hopefully not. Maguire gets it. Out to the left back now of Ake. I've been using him as a left back. Why not? Jordan Ibe on the ball. Dribbles it fast a few. Delph. Oh no, it's put away because Janssen couldn't get to it. That's disappointing. But James gets it back. Afellay to Delph. This better be a goal. Afellay. On the wing to Ibe again. Does he just have a shot? He runs through, I'll tell you that. And that was a poor shot, wasn't it? Very poor shot. And he deserved a goal. I think we deserve a goal. It looks like we're having much of the play at the moment. And I think we might have to make a substitution pretty soon to change something here. Because we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything at all. I don't know why I haven't put... What's his face name? Pereira on the bench. Got no idea why I haven't done that. I'm very puzzled. Right, but we'll bring Mousse on. And we will also... tell you what, we'll bring both wingers off. We'll make something a little bit different. See what happens. And if we don't get a point today, well, it'll be an uphill struggle, put it that way, if we don't get a point today. Because we're going to that big game thing, you know, the 5 or 6 big games we've got, which is quite a risk, really, going into that with a loss. So, fingers crossed we don't get a loss. If we can get a point, I'm happy with that. But John Joe Shelby is going to be red-carded, which means that their captain and one of the most influential players is going to be off. Wow, that is interesting. Just got to make sure now that we do... What's the word now? Not compromise. I can't even think of the word. That we come above it. I can't think of the word today, honestly. But capitalise, that's the one. But anyway, Afellay, Delph, Mousse has a shot and it's in the back of the net. And I'll tell you what, we haven't given Mousse too many chances this year. But when we have given him a chance, he's scored goals, which is really good. And Mousse is one of those ones, if he's as good as on FM18 than he is on FM17, certainly if there's a lower Premier Division club who I tend to manage, I will be bringing him in. Because he seems a very good player who can, you know, he can play on the wing, he can play as a striker, and he's someone we can definitely use. But Adam Smith's now injured, which isn't too brilliant, so we're going to have to make our last substitution, whether we want to or not, on that side, which is a bit unfortunate, but we're going to have these two on attack. Just bring the attack forward a tad now, and we're not going to be able to change our striker, so we will make Janssen a target man with Afellay just an attacking midfielder, you know, all that nonsense. Right. Come on then, let's go and get the win. They're down to 10 men. We really should be getting the win today. We'll probably lose it now. You know what I'm like. But anyway, Ake, Matty James, puts to Fraser on the wing. Can he put it straight through to Janssen? Janssen on the edge of the box. He has a shot. And that does not justify a player who should still be here on loan. That's been shocking. He's been shocking all game, to be honest. So, I think he will be going back to Tottenham on loan, off loan. Because we're paying him ridiculous amounts a week at the end of the day. And to produce a 6.2... is very disappointing. Anyway, Ake, James, I'm sure that rating could go with a goal, wink wink. Ake puts it in, oh my god, that was close. Mousse has a shot, and it doesn't get there, but Ake nearly getting the goal from the cross. I've had a few of those on FM17. It's really the end of FM17, it's really sad, because I'm going to rush this series, because it is the end of FM17. FM18's coming next week on the beta, and I am very, very excited. I'm not happy about this though, I'm not excited about this. I'm disappointed if we can't get the win, but Fraser, Delph, has a shot, yes! And Fabian Delph gets it at the last minute of the game. Fabian Delph, his 5th goal of the season, I presume he's already scored 2 for Manchester City, but what a finish that is from Fabian Delph. Now for Ake, let's have a look at this. Puts to Fraser, Fabian Delph in the middle, one touch, bang, past the Newcastle goalkeeper, Carl Darlow, I'm guessing. Yep, still Carl Darlow. And we're going to win this game. That's really good. 3 points coming from 1-0 down at half-time. The 2-1 up. I am sure that Rafa Benitez has been sacked. Can't remember who the manager is. I'm sure the manager will be really cross, but I'm quite happy. I'm quite cheerful about it. So, we do head into the Arsenal game in a bit of a good form. But unless Arsenal are significantly disadvantaged, they've got lots of injuries, I don't know, we are going to struggle against them. But this should be the end of the game now. 93 minutes. And that is full time. That's good. And Delph with a brilliant display, fully justifying why we bought him for 5 or so million. Brilliantly to come back, and we're now 8 points away from the relegation zone with 13 games to go, which is a really positive thing to do. Adam Smith is out for 2 months. Not brilliant, but we do have a bit of backup, and he's been doing very well, Fabian Delph. Well done to him. And yeah, we've got the Tottenham game, the Arsenal game, next, which is in 8 days, and it's on the telly. And Mesut Ozil's out, and El Neni's out, and Coquelin's suspended. But to be quite honest, they've got a strong squad, so I expect to be absolutely battered. So we're here then at the Vitality, ready to face Arsenal. The only thing that's changed, of course, well, it's not of course, but the only thing that has changed, Adam Federici has been brought back from his loan spell from Norwich as a result of Brad Jones being a slightly weaker option and Federici being able to come back from loan. And the other thing that's changed as well, of course, we've got Adam Smith out, so Yedlin gets his only third start of the season on that right back role. Anything else changed? I don't really think so, apart from Defoe's playing and Jansen's just binned. In fact, we're going to send him back to Tottenham after that appalling, just simply appalling game against Newcastle, which kind of ended it for him, but oh well. So here we go then, we've got Arsenal in the league, which is all dandy and good. If we do beat Arsenal today, we'll move up to 14th in the league. But if we lose against them, we will simply stay in 17th. If we get a draw today, that would be lovely. But looking at that squad, consisting of Roberto Firmino, the likes of him, we're going to struggle. I think it's fair to say that. We need to sort of, yeah, I'm happy with that. We need to be a bit more disciplined. In fact, I'm going to go on a fluid defensive formation, just to see how it goes. If we can see, then we can go a bit more attacking. But personally, not for your viewing pleasure, of course, but for the league and every point counting that kind of movement, a 0-0 would be good. I'm quite happy with a 0-0. But yeah, short passing play they want to encourage. Not much really going on at the moment. We're 12 minutes into the game and nothing's happened. Of course, if we get a draw today, that moves up to 16th. So there's a bit of incentive to get that draw and get another point to move us towards the end of relegation and keep us up in this league. But 20 minutes in, another thing that's happened between the games as well, this is going to be 1-0, isn't it? No, it's not actually. But one other thing that's happened is that Pep Guardiola's been sacked from City. And can you blame them with them being all the way down in 6th? 22 points abreast. Abreast? What am I on about? What is it a foot? Oh, my words are awful today. But they're 22 points away from United, so I cannot blame them whatsoever. And we've only had one highlight so far this half. So it might be boring for you, and this could be quite a quick game, it looks like. But if we keep it to 0-0, I'm quite happy with that. And to be honest, I don't say it's boring, but if we could have 5 0-0s against all the big teams, that's 5 more points to contribute to our league position. I wouldn't complain about that whatsoever. But I'm sure Arsenal will score, and I'll just be wronged, of course. But we're 60 minutes in and nothing's happening, so we may as well take Andre Gray off for a Phobie. We'll bring Pereira on for Matty James. Let him go a little bit more attacking, why not? And then we'll just keep it at that for the moment, I think. But Wilshire's on for Giroud. I did actually try and sign Wilshere, but they wanted something stupid like 50 million for him, and I went, no thanks. But anyway, 25 minutes to go in this game at the Vitality Stadium. If we can win 0-0, if we can win 0-0, I suppose it is a win for us, really, metaphorically. But there's not long left, and I can guarantee, that they will beat us by 1 goal. I can guarantee it, I can feel it now. But Ake comes off for me, because we've only had one highlight this match, and I'm sorry if it's been boring. Oh, here we go. Here comes the 1-0 I was talking about. Oh, hey up. Affolai's got the ball. Pass it to Delph. Get it up. Don't lose it. Affolai. A Phobie. A Phobie? Oh, no, Koscielny's got it. Never mind, that's going to be 1-0 Arsenal, isn't it? I'm so pessimistic. And now, Yedlin. Maguire. Put it back to Federici. Just keep it. Just waste a bit of time. Federici. Oh, no, we've lost it again, but Yedlin gets it off Sanchez. Nice playing from Yedlin, I've seen in this highlight. Delph, he's been really good so far since he's joined from Manchester City. And Xhaka's had it's a nasty foul from Granit Xhaka. Try and waste a bit of time as well. And he's just been warned by Mike Jones, the referee. And if we waste time like it says we should do, I'm quite confident here, but Defoe, Yedlin, Delph, Defoe, Ibe, oh dear, here comes Wilshere, and the Arsenal attack, but Maguire gets it for the moment. Pereira, Delph, Afobe, come on Afobe, Defoe's in the box, oh, just over the bar, and that could have been our last chance to score, but to be fair, it's been 50-50 in terms of possession today. And that's the phone going off. So I'm going to pause the game because I'm the only one in. And I'll see you in a sec. Right, after that lovely phone call, I'm back. And Fabian Delph's been booked. We've got 8 minutes left. Now 6 minutes. If we can make this 0-0, I'll be quite happy. But Maguire's got it now. A bit of a highlight here. Mings. Afellay. Pereira. Can this be 1-0 Bournemouth? That would be quite a story. Afoe passes to Defoe. Pereira. Oh, no. Arsenal have got it now. They're going up. This is getting a bit nervy. Mustafi. Xhaka. Ramsey. Well, this is the problem when you play for a 0-0. If the opposition score, you ain't going to get anything out of the game. Oh, no, Alexis has got it. He puts it into Firmino. Oh, he's missed it. Thank God for that. Oh, he should have scored that, but he did miss it. 3 minutes left here at the Vitality. And that is a success for me. 0-0. A point gain from the game. And that was very, very pleased to see. We told them to play defensively. And that's exactly what we've done. So if you have enjoyed that episode, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you. Let's just have a look at the games beforehand. We'll come out. This is a tricky one because we've got quite a rough spell, haven't we, here? So I think we'll do the Watford and Swansea games, and then of course the last 2 games. So if you have enjoyed that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you guys for episode 15. Fingers crossed tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.